Thanks a lot, Jamie, for having me, and thanks a lot, you guys, for making your presentations a little bit shorter today, so that I can present. I'm gonna give you guys a lot of value in a short amount of time. What we do. My company is called Accelerate Marketing, and what we do is we basically do lead gen for businesses that have websites. So we get the phone to ring for businesses, and we help them actually build their authority and to build their authority online so that they can ultimately get more customers and get more business for their businesses. So, I heard your presentation, guys. Great job. I heard that you guys, you're aware of at least pay-per-click. I spoke to the marketing students yesterday, and I was kind of surprised that there's really not a lot of education in the university about specifically online marketing strategies. So, hence Jamie bringing me in to speak to you guys, and I'm glad that she is, because I think there's a lot of opportunity for you guys to really catapult your businesses that you guys either work for or that you start yourselves with online marketing. I mean, you can add major fuel to the fire and with these type of strategies. So I'm going to talk to you about the 5 most deadly mistakes that businesses can make in online marketing and how to avoid them. Okay. So just so you know, also today I'm recording this on a Google Hangout. How many of you guys have ever heard of a Google Hangout or done Skype? Okay, so I'm actually trying to model good behavior for you guys. I'm trying to show you guys what you can do, and this content right here is going to be content that I'm going to give as an offer for people that I'm going to meet, for example, tomorrow at the NARPA meeting. So when I go there, I'm going to talk to them about the 5 most deadly mistakes, and they're going to get this presentation in a CD or a downloadable PDF. And this is going to be the offer, and maybe the video if they I might charge them $10 for it. So whenever you guys have the opportunity to speak, if you've got valuable information, create content from it. Do this kind of stuff, record it, make sure that you're capturing whatever it is that you're talking about. If you have value that you're giving to the marketplace. So let me get into the presentation. So that's a little bit about me. And by the way, my company, Accelerate Marketing, is bi-coastal. We're in Florida and we're in California. I work out of an office in San Diego downtown, and I've been featured in the Miami Herald and the Wall Street Journal. Some of the concepts that I'm going to talk to you about today have been featured in those forums because this is very strategic, and it's what's going to help you guys grow your businesses very fast. And you guys had a great concept there with the food. I'd buy that, by the way. That's an awesome. I wish. Yeah, let me know when you guys get started, because I definitely will be, buying your stuff. Because I don't like cooking or preparing. But so most costly online mistakes. Okay, here are the 5. I didn't bullet point them out one by one. I just gave them to you all at one time. And let me use my pointer because I actually got new batteries, so I might as well use this thing. So first and foremost, okay, half the time. Okay, so I know one of you guys, you have a business, right? Okay, so is it a local business? I mean, do you have an office or? No. Okay, home on. Okay, so you could actually still claim your Google Plus page. So you've done that. Yes. Okay, so whenever so how many of you guys have heard of Google Plus? Okay, so Google Plus is basically Google's way of giving every business owner and every business their own free website. So it's like a no-brainer. I mean, if when you guys establish your own office, or even if you don't, if you have some sort, even a home office, claim your Google Plus page so that you can get on the map. So when people type in your keywords, and that's the next point, is a lot of times people don't know their keywords, so they don't know what people are typing in order to find their business. Okay, so the question is are you optimized locally? And what I mean by that, and I'll show you guys this when I actually I can do some searches to see who your competition is, who's showing up locally for your words. You guys kind of know what your keywords are? Yeah, a little bit. So okay, because you talked about AdWords, so that's good. So I heard you guys when I was on the other side over there. I was I was listening. So the other part of optimizing yourself locally means that you go out and you claim the various directories that are important for your niche. So what that means is Yelp, Google+, Yahoo, Bing, CitySearch, YP.com. You go out there and you get on all those directories, because right now, I mean, people don't use the Yellow Pages anymore. Obviously, they don't. It's just a big book that gathers dust, and we use it for a book stop. So, or a doorstop. So now you can go out there and you can claim these directories and establish yourself locally in these directories, and more importantly, get reviews. Okay? So I'm going to talk about that in a second, but know your keywords is the second one. So the second biggest mistake is that a lot of businesses don't even know what their keywords are. So if they don't know what their keywords are, it's kind of like just going out there and trying to get from point A to point B, but not knowing or not having a map on how to get there. If you know your keywords, you'll have a map and a guide of how to get more customers, because you'll know what content to write, and you'll know. And okay, so you guys have a website, right? It's a WordPress site, or do you create content on it? Do you okay? I don't know how we do it. It's definitely not WordPress. Okay, so one of the things that I'm going to suggest for you guys, and anybody that's creating a business, is make sure that you have a platform that allows you, a website platform that allows you to create content on a regular basis, okay? So that you can create content that, for example, is, what's your keywords? Satellite dish removal. So satellite dish removal, San Diego. So you're going to create a blog post that's targeting the word satellite dish removal, San Diego. And before you even do that, what I would suggest that you do is that you actually create a video about that. So you guys do a hangout with somebody else that might be an expert. Maybe one of you guys interviews another guy about how to maybe some of the FAQs, some of the most frequently asked questions that people have out there about dish removal. I don't know what those questions are, but you guys are the experts. Can you reuse? Yeah. Can you recycle? Can you throw them away? Beautiful. Keep going. Like that. Like that's what I do half the time with my clients is I'm just trying to get them to really come up with those FAQs, or what I call SAQs, or should ask questions, because they're the experts and they know what people should be asking them, but the people that ask them the questions don't know those questions because they're not the experts. So those are questions that I challenge you guys to come up with in order to create that valuable content, because it's all about creating valuable content. Okay, blogging is really content marketing. Have you guys heard of content marketing? So all content marketing is just creating valuable content that the market wants, and you know what the market wants. Google tells you, because they tell you the keywords that people are typing in to find you guys. Okay, and you can go to the Google Keyword Planner in order to find that out. And by the way, Google Keyword Planner, definitely write that down. That's a new. It used to be Google Keyword Tool. They just switched over to Keyword Planner. And now the other thing is you can go to places.google.com. And that's where you'd want to go in order to establish your Google Plus page, okay? Or your Google Places page, formerly known as Maps. I mean, they've changed it like 15, and that's the whole challenge here. Is that like, I mean, you guys, you've probably been through this experience. It's crazy. It's like they've changed 15 times in the past 7 months, and so we can barely keep up with the changes, let alone a college professor maybe coming up with a curriculum that would actually talk about this stuff. I mean, I can't even imagine the university trying to tackle this, trying to come up with a curriculum. So anyway. So the other thing is video content. So what we do with our clients is we get them in front of a camera, or we do what Jamie was just doing there, in that she actually used my iPhone and she just created a video that was just a brief snippet of me presenting. And you guys all, I'm sure, have uploaded videos from your iPhone. Okay, so you just do the same thing about your product, your service, or what you guys do. So you have a couple of choices. You can do a Hangout, which is live, and the beauty of Hangouts is that they're actually, and all you got to do is have either a Google Plus account personally or a business account. So you can actually do a Hangout as either an individual or a business, okay? And then when you do the Hangout, what you do is you invite people. You create an event or a Hangout on air, and I did that tonight, and you let people know that you're having this event, and then you have the event, and people show up. I don't know how many people, we probably got maybe hopefully 3 or 4 people at least attending throughout the world, in addition to the people here in the room. So you're able to capture a bigger audience, but the real power of Google Hangouts is that they stream live to your YouTube channel, okay? And they actually stream and they're recorded to your YouTube channel. So you can use that content again, it's already recorded. So there's no uploading or anything like that. It's live. It's like it's streaming, and I like that because I don't want to like mess with a lot of different things. I just like making it simple, pressing a record button, there's a record button. Hopefully I clicked it. I think I did. Let me just make sure. Yeah, yeah, good. All right. So, all right. So, yeah, right. So a lot of okay. So so what we do is we actually have our clients create video content, and then from that video content, we have them either write a blog post themselves, or we have a writer write a blog post from that video. So how many people would, at show of hands, would actually rather get in front of a video camera and talk for a minute as opposed to writing a 500-word article? Right? Okay. Can I get an amen? All right. Good. All right. So that's a powerful strategy, and you can pay somebody $25 to write an article. That's good quality. So and then the third thing. So what you're going to do, you're going to claim your Google Plus page. You're going to claim your directories. You're going to start blogging on your WordPress blog or whatever platform you use, but start blogging once you know your keywords. You're going to start creating video content. You're going to create blog posts from that video content, and then what you're going to do is you're going to start leveraging social media. Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, all of them. Blogger, Tumblr, you name it. Google Plus, obviously. And you're going to post those blog posts that you create on your website to all the social media. Okay? So that's the new SEO. Okay? Question?
Yeah, we sell to other businesses.
Okay.
I'm having a really hard time trying to create value in social media.
Yeah.
They work, we sell to hospitals, so they work 24/7.
Right.
And we're just having a hard time finding value in social media.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't checking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Facebook or LinkedIn, they're checking our website. We've got a lot of content in our website.
Right.
That's where
Right. That's where people go to, and you want people to go there because that's something that you own, that you control, and that's never going to be taken away from you, right? I just had, I don't want to change the subject, but I had YouTube just tell me I had 3 videos that were outside of their terms of service, and they said they were going to potentially shut down my YouTube channel, one of my 5, and I was a little bit, it freaked me out, but you always want to make sure that that you control that main asset that you're pointing people to. But I hear what you're saying. You're saying that the engagement level on social media is not very high.
Right, so should I put on a B2B level?
Right.
Should I focus more on social media or go back to my keywords and AdWords and focus on driving them just to my website?
I would, well, so your question is, should you focus more on social media or the pay-per-click side of things, or okay, I think it's you creating valuable content on your blog and then pointing people from your social media to your blog. You see what I'm saying? And then, I mean, I think the bottom line is that you want to keep creating that valuable content, because that's what's gonna increase the engagement level on Facebook and on Twitter and all the social media sites. So you just gotta. How long have you been posting content to Facebook and your social media?
Well, we did for a few years, then we took a year hiatus.
Really?
Now I'm on it. So.
Wow. Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, what kind of content were you posting?
I don't know what we were posting, but now I'm kind of posting. Check this article out.
Yeah. It does. Okay, so the links that you're putting in the social media, is it going back to your site? Okay. And if it's valuable content, you've got to really get in the mind of your customer and think, what do they want? What are the most frequently asked questions that we're getting that we can provide answers? Like, give them your best stuff. You know what I'm saying? Give them your best stuff, and I think you'll find better engagement on that. Okay. And then, so again, post. So I'm kind of giving you guys a blueprint here of what you can do in order to kind of build, because you'll see this is like kind of pushing a snowball down the mountain. It takes a little while for it to get rolling, but once it gets rolling, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay.
Is the video that you're posting on your website, or is that on YouTube and linked to it?
Good question.
Good.
That's a good question. So his question is where does the video live? Does it live? Okay. So the video is ultimately on YouTube, and then it's also embedded in your blog post. Okay.
And the blog post is a page on your website?
Yes. It's not a page. It's a blog post. So there's a difference between pages and blog posts. So you'd want to make just a blog post about that particular video, embed the video in there, and then have that blog post in surrounding that as content that supports that video, and both of them targeting the same exact keyword. Okay, that's important. So the video and the blog post are both targeting that same keyword. Okay. But I don't want to mislead you guys into saying, it's all about, you don't want a keyword stuff. It's not like, what was your keyword again? Satellite dish removal, satellite dish removal. You don't want to, it's just, that's not the title. You want it's satellite dish removal, : the 5 most common mistakes that people make when removing their satellites. That's what's going to get somebody to click, and watch the video. And then it's you showing, like crazy people on the roof trying to remove, what I'm saying? So, trying to remove their, yeah, you can have fun with that. Who's going to be the stunt guy? You? Yeah? Good. Sweet. All right. So, right. You're going to need it before and after. So, and then here's the 5th one, and this is kind of a new one in the field of online marketing, is reputation. So, for years we've talked about, reputation is everything. So if I refer you to another company, that's like top level, like sales and marketing. Like you can't get any better than that, right? We know that generally speaking, like when we get a client that's referred to us, they'll spend more money and they'll stay longer. Referrals are just sweet. So the beauty of online marketing now is that these reviews are available online 24/7. So for the first time, you have the ability to market your business with these reviews and these referrals, because really a review is a referral that's just made generically to the world. So the next phase in this whole process is getting as many reviews as you can, getting as close to a 5-star reputation as you can on Google+, on Yelp, on Bing, on Yahoo, and then marketing your business with that reputation. And you do that by posting those reviews to your website, to your social media, everywhere you possibly can. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but depending on how much time we have. But that really is, I mean, we start with that. With every client that we work with, we really start with their reputation first, and then because if we market our client and we get them on the first page of Google for your keyword, for example, but you're showing up on the map and you've got either 0 reviews or you've got 5, 1-star reviews, what good is it? I mean, if I get you on the first page, I mean, you're not going to get any phone calls, And by the way, this part of this most costly mistake down here is not a lead gen activity. It's a lead conversion activity. It gets people to pick the phone up once they find your content, once they find you on social media, and once they find your website. This is what gets them to pick the phone up and call you guys and say, man, I've seen what other people have said about you guys. I want in. So it really gives you the opportunity to get pre-qualified, pre-sold customers. So you guys, you get like 4 or 5 customers that's just are raving about you. I mean, and see what we do is we work with clients to help them build a culture around their reputation. So you guys would all be a little army of people that would be out there when you're using your little squares and everything and you've got your iPhones. I would have somebody review me right then and there. If they're saying anything that's even remotely positive about my business, I'm taking that smartphone and I'm saying, hey, would you just share that review with the put it right there and just have them review us, because those reviews are so valuable. And it's even better if you can get some video testimonials. Just turn that video camera on and just capture some video testimonials and put those on your website. Make them 30 seconds to a minute, and have them follow what we call the 4W testimonial strategy or structure. So that's who they are, where they're from, what benefits they received, and then why they would recommend you to others. Okay? So who they are. So my name is Ryan Steinolfson. I'm from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I've gone to a lot of other SEO companies, and they just they did not really get me they did not get my phone ringing. But when I went to Accelerate Marketing, they got our phone ringing. We're now getting 1 to 2 new customers every second or third day, And I would recommend them because they listen to what I say, and they've got an excellent staff to support what we're doing. So that's kind of the structure there. So that's what I would. So you want to, and you could even just put like the the 4 W's like right next to your phone and just be recording. You can get cheesy with it. I don't know, but that's what you got to do. If you guys do, I'm telling you, for a new business especially, when you guys are trying to get you're trying to really build your business, that's the key. And here's what's going on here. So we know that, for example, here's your keywords: dentist, West Palm Beach, appliance repair, locksmith. I mean, there's people that are looking for your businesses every single day. The question is what are they finding when they actually go and they type in your keywords and your city? Do you guys know what they find when they type in your keywords in San Diego? Are they finding other businesses that are doing this, or is there? Because that's a well, no, I'm saying like if you're whatever you guys are doing, the first thing I would do is I would type in whatever your keyword is and your city and see who's on the map, see what they're doing, see what their reputation is, and see what kind of content is there. Like, is it blog post content there? Are videos there? If not, you have an opportunity to maybe create some videos or some blog posts and get on that first page. Because the more links that you have, on that first page, every link is like a line in the water. Okay, the more lines you have in the water, the more chance you have of catching a fish. So you want to get, so how, when you type in Google and you type in your keywords, for example, and you've got, 10 links on that first page, okay? The question is how many links on that first page are yours? And you want to get as many of those links on that first page that are yours as possible, obviously. So, there's only really 4 types of links there, and I'll show you in a second. There's a pay-per-click link, there's a Google organic link, which would be like your blog. There might be social media links there. That's organic too. There's local businesses, which is the pins, those pins that you see on the map, and then there's video. Those are really the only 4 types of links that are on the first page of Google. And we provide services to get our clients there for all 4 of those types of links. So each one of those is a different type of service that we provide. So
how would you do it in different cities? So for instance, like if you do satellite dish removal San Diego,
yep.
Like you just said, we dominate everything. Yellow Pages, Facebook,
yep.
Yelp, just the whole page.
Yeah.
But if you do that for Dallas, where I also have pay-per-clicks,
yeah.
My pay-per-click ad shows at the top, nothing else.
Sweet. Well, that.
So we still get that lead sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Well,
how do we dominate those pages?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I've got the answer for you. This is so because a lot of business, this is a very common question, because every local business wants to know, and this is kind of one of our secrets. They want to know how they can actually position themselves in a local market nationally. In other words, how can I take over San Diego locally, Los Angeles locally, Dallas locally, and maybe even get on the maps on each one of those locations. If you've got an office in each one of those locations, you can get on the map. But the problem is if you don't have a physical office in each one of those cities, you can't get on the map. You gotta do, yeah, smart. That's good. Yeah, you can do Regis. You can do Regis or co-merge, like so you could do like a shared office space, okay? And I'd recommend that for you guys if you're starting out. That's very smart. So so the other thing is is he nice, sweet. So yeah, I liked it, by the way. Comment on it. But so the other thing is okay. What I would do, and this is kind of like the secret sauce. Okay, so this is being recorded. This is definitely going to be a giveaway, because this is valuable information. So what I would do is I would create a video that's targeting each one of those cities, and name that video, and name that blog post, and embed that video in that blog post, just like I told you. And I've got examples from our clients that we do this for. They will get you. And by the way, look up the authorship code. Okay. One of the things that really will differentiate you guys from everybody else is when you choose one of you guys to be the author, and your picture would then show up in the actual search results, significantly giving you, because I guarantee your competition's not doing this. And I'll show you in a second, they're not doing it. Every time that we do this, it's always our client and nobody else that has their picture in the search results with their smiling face, and it's just And it's actually 100% more click-through rate, or 50 to 100% more click-through rate. That's huge. So just those little details. So you got that, right? So you create a blog post, and I would definitely do WordPress, guys. If you're not using WordPress, it's the gold standard out there for blogging. So so create a blog post about that specific keyword in that city, and then embed that video in that blog post, and then distribute it out to all your social media. Okay, so put that link in Pinterest, put that link in Facebook, your Facebook page, start a Facebook page, start a Pinterest, the Tumblr, Blogger. Basically, go to YouTube and click the share button, and all those shareable social media sites, you want to set up an account on each one of those, and share it. But don't share it through that share button. Share it manually, okay? Because they can tell when you're sharing it easily, quickly. They reward you for sharing it the old-fashioned way. So that's another little secret. So that's how you get ranked for, like, kind of nationally on a local level, and that's very powerful, because the big conundrum has always been, back years ago when I first started. Our company's been around for 4 or 5 years now, which is forever ago in online marketing. It was the opposite. You would have a company that is like a small company ranking for these national keywords, and so now the opposite is happening. You have these. Now everything's gone local, okay? So everybody's fighting over these local terms, and it's really the business that understands this, how Google works, that's really going to capitalize on. And you guys are all kind of local businesses, right? I mean, pretty much, right? You're regional, right? Yeah. So, I mean, even the guys that you guys that have jobs, I mean, you could also rank for, I think you said real estate, or yeah. So, I mean, I would create, even if as a realtor, as a gentleman in the back there, you said you worked for as a banker, right? Tax firm. So, same thing, accounting. I mean, you just talk about it. You just create content about what it is that you do, and videos, and then create a blog post from it. That's the key. So, how much more time do I have? Maybe you think 20 minutes? Okay. Okay. So, so I'm going to go into like more reputation stuff. So obviously, you got, how many have gone to like Google Plus, and how many have ever reviewed a business on Yelp or anything like that? You guys all know what that's. Okay. So reviews are important, right? So you guys have probably determined which business you're going to use by looking at reviews at one point or another. So 2 products are identical. One has 10 good. The other one has 3 good and 1 bad. Which one did you buy? It's the one with the 10 good. So you got the point is you want to get as many of those good positive reviews as possible. So this is one of the strategies that we really work with our clients in order to get them a better online presence. And this is where we start, because ultimately this is really the foundation of any business, because we all already said that really reputation is the most important way to really get new business. So so let me just show you. And the beauty is your competition doesn't even know about this yet. So I'm just going to go through these quick game changers, and then I'm going to let you guys ask me some questions. And then, so the game changer number 1 is that if you type in any business plus their city, it reveals their reputation. So this is what I would do if I was working like for your company right there. I would type in, for example, the company name plus the city, and what will come up is all the review sites that are important for that specific business. And so you want to go out there, and you want to obviously claim the directories that show up in that search result and have a presence there. But then you also want to get as many reviews as possible on all those top directories that show up, because that's what people are typing in. And I guarantee you that if you even take it one step further, and I got to use my pointer because I went and got all these. Okay, so that's just fun. All right. So then if you put in the word reviews here, you guys have all probably heard of Google Suggest. So Google Suggest is what happens when Google suggests a phrase before you even type it in. So it'll say, okay, Doug Alterman, which by the way, that's bad. Okay, yeah, you definitely don't want it. So you don't want to look like that. You don't want to have a score of 15. And now they've actually made it so that it's a star rating. So you'd be like 1 star, 1 out of 5 star, or 2 out of 5. So it's like really simple. They got rid of this scoring system, which was kind of confusing to people. And so if you type in, what I was saying is Google suggests when you type in the word reviews here, it'll actually finish. Once you type in RE, it'll finish that phrase, which is proof positive that people are typing in that word potentially hundreds of times a month in order to find out what other people are saying about your business. So if you're a business owner or you're working for a company and you're talking to the marketing person and they don't get it, you can go right here and you can say, look, let's see what other people, let's see if people are looking at our reputation or not. And you go here and you type it in, and I guarantee you, it'll suggest that, it'll finish that word reviews, which will prove to them that people are typing that in and it's relevant and it's something that's important. So here's game changer number 2. This has all happened in the past 6 or 8 months. Okay, customer reviews are a major factor in almost every type of online. Bless you. Almost every type of online marketing. So here's PPC. So this, you guys are all familiar with this, like, this box right here. People are paying every time somebody clicks on those links. Okay, how much do you think somebody would pay for to be up here at the top? What do you think for a click? Just guess.
$25.
Definitely more than that. for a personal injury attorney. How much? 100 and up per click. Okay, every single time somebody clicks in that area, they're willing to pay $100. Click, click. Yep.
You know, it's funny, every time I go on Google, anything that pops up in that box, I never click on.
Yeah, right?
I hate that box.
Right,
For
because
whatever reason, I feel like it's going to be a virus or something along those lines.
Yep.
I just never, ever press on them.
We-
I don't know why, but no one ever told me that.
well, you're not alone. You're not alone because the stats show that only about 20 to 25% of people, and the pay-per-click people would argue this because they want you to do pay-per-click, but only about 20 to 25% of people click in that area because they know that it's paid for. So it's kind of like an advertisement, and we're all sold to all the time. I'm like, I don't want to be sold. I want to buy. I want to buy something. So that's why we call this the organic section. Okay, it's organic. It's natural. You know what I'm saying? It's like your food. It's it's supposed to be there. It's free. So it is. It is free. So but you see that little pin right there? Those little pins. So those are local businesses. Okay. So if you're a local business, you want to be in that maps listing. Okay, and you want to be there with as high of a star rating as possible. Because, and by the way, and that's the whole point, is that your reputation follows you in every type of online marketing you do, whether it's PPC, whether it's organic, anything. Even your website, even the local directories will show your actual reviews. And actually, your website is merged now. Google has merged your website with your Google Plus page, and they're inseparable now. So if you're a local business, there's no way they've actually been merged together. So it's really, you guys got to just be aware of this. It's not something that, this has been going on for a while, but Google wants to serve up good quality information, and they want people to see. I have a guy that works for me right now, and he used to work for Google. And one of the things he did, in addition to a lot of other things for Google, is he used to just go through and was shown 2 different results, A and B. And he would click all day long on which result he liked the best. And so they're trying to serve up content that people want. And so they're trying to do that because that's ultimately what their business is. They want to serve up relevant content the way that people want to see it. That's how they make their billions of dollars. So game changer number 3, SEO, social media, pay-per-click, local marketing, none of it works anymore if you have bad reviews online. This is the point that I was making earlier, is that these reviews are merged, so you really have to build your reputation first and then market your business with that reputation. So the first step is to create a 5-star reputation and then market your products or services with that reputation by posting it to the social media sites, etc., and your website. Game changer number 4 is that, again, I talked about this earlier, is that these reviews send you pre-qualified, pre-sold customers because buyers trust reviews. Okay, so how much do you think buyers trust reviews? I mean, if I think the pinnacle of, like we said, marketing is me referring you to another business. Okay, that's the top, right? So would you think that these people would trust reviews as kind of close to that referral, like as almost as much as that? Well, if you do, you're right. And so, because what we found is that 3 out of 4 people trust those reviews as much as personal recommendations, okay? And this was actually a study from Bright Local, and there's also a study that was done by Nielsen. I know you guys referred to Nielsen in one of your studies. They're a good source of data. So recommendations from people they know is 92% trust level, okay? And then these consumer opinions posted online were trusted not much below that, though, at 70%. So these reviews online are trusted almost as much as a referral from a brother or a sister or a mother. So really the only step you have to do is just get those reviews out there to as many people as you possibly can about your business, okay? So, and even more, they're trusted even more than the editorial content. Like, I could get you guys on your business on the front page of like the Wall Street Journal, you know, whatever. And that editorial page would not be trusted as much as those opinions online. So, and even trusted more than that $15 million website that some people pay for. Oh, and just one more quick point. And this is interesting. So, consumers look up an average of 10 reviews. So kind of the magic number of how many reviews you want to get is 10. And then 70% of consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. So you really want to get that, especially on Google+. You know, you want to get to that magic number. And by the way, if you guys, I just asked you guys if you like this presentation tonight, please, yeah, review our business. I mean, because that's the lifeblood of what we do. So if you found value in what I've given you tonight, then you know, we live and you know we live by those reviews, and I'll you know I just would welcome you to find it's Accelerate Marketing in San Diego, and you can type in Accelerate Marketing San Diego, Google+ or Yelp, and you'll find us there. So basically, just to summarize, reputation marketing is positioning yourself as the market leader in front of thousands of buyers with that 5-star reputation. So this is just one aspect of many that we do with our clients in terms of getting them online and getting their message out there to the marketplace. You know, we do PPC, we do mobile optimization, we do mobile websites for clients, we build websites for clients. Whatever, you know, we do lead gen for clients, we do PPC for clients, we do local optimization, we do organic optimization, we do content marketing. Every client's unique. Every client has a different, you know, it's like there's so many facets of this diamond that is online marketing. And not every diamond is the right diamond for each business. So it depends on, you know, if you're a local business, if you're a regional business, you know, there's so many different aspects. And so I would highly recommend that, you know, when you guys do get to a level that you've got a marketing budget, that you do talk to somebody that really understands all these different aspects, so you can really move forward and also. If you guys want to know what your reputation is online, I'd highly go to yourrepreport.com to get your free report, and it'll give you information about not only how many reviews you have. So if you just go in there, you'll be able to put in your phone number for your business, and you'll get a report back that will show you all the reviews that are out there about your business, and also how well you're ranking on the various directories. So on like Yelp or Google+ and Bing and Yahoo and that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much, you know, what I have. I mean, I don't want to go too long, but I did want to at least cover that stuff. Any you guys have any questions?
For the stars and the ranking and the reputation, which one do you think is the best? Is Yelp the best, or is Google Plus the best?
It's a good question. That's a very good question. I mean, you know, right now, Yelp is kind of, I mean, they're like they've come up fast in the ranks. And actually, it's funny. I went to the NARPA meeting last year, and Yelp spoke there, and that guy about got thrown out on his ears by his ears, because these property. I mean, think about it. If you're a property manager, you got to be the bad guy. So how many negative reviews do you think a bad guy is going to get, right? So these property managers were like, holy cow, like everybody's out to get us, you know, we've got 15 million bad reviews. They were just ticked off at Yelp, you know what I'm saying? And this poor guy was at the front, like I was. And I mean, these guys they wanted to like rush the stage, you know? And so anyway, I just kind of sidetracked there. But anyway, so Yelp, it depends. I mean, again, you've got to you got to type in your keyword, and your city, or your business name and your city, and see what comes up. And that'll tell you, you know, what Google is determining is the most important directory for your specific business. That's part of the reason why I showed you that, because. But those are the two big players. I mean, you know, across the board, they are, generally speaking, for 90% of businesses, they're going to be, you know, in the top 4 for 90% of the businesses of the most important directories. And Google gets 70% of the traffic anyway. So I would always start with getting Google reviews. Bless you. So, you know, there's a lot of ways to build your reputation. What I would definitely send people to. I would have the link ready to give people, you know, like to go to your Google Plus page so that they can leave a review. I would definitely ask people if they've got a Google Plus account, and if they do, I would ask them for a review and, like, you know, yeah, and then follow up and say, did you leave the review? Did you leave that review? Did you leave the review? Did you leave the review? Did you leave the review? No. Yeah, well, sometimes it does, and that's the big, and that was the other thing that they almost rushed the stage. They were up in arms, okay? Because so what he's referring to is on Yelp. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they'll filter a lot of reviews. And I don't know if you guys have seen this. Now you can actually leave a review finally on your smartphone on Yelp. They just changed that like a month ago. But so, what do you think causes a review to get filtered on Yelp? What's one of the things?
How glowing the review is.
That's another thing, and it's just how many reviews the person's left. If somebody's not an active Yelper, and that's what this guy said from the stage, and they were like, "What?" You know, like, it was crazy. Like, they're like, "What? You mean? Yeah, but look, I've got all these filters." Like, you could tell they were trying to build their Yelp, you know, status up, and so they had a bunch of people that just like set up a brand new account. They had nobody that they were friends with on Yelp. They left one review, and they're wondering why the review got filtered. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just, there was no engagement. There was no utilization of the service. There was, you know what I'm saying? So Yelp, you know, they look at a lot of factors, and their algorithm is almost like as mysterious as Google's algorithm for search. I mean, it's like they've got a solid algorithm. But I think they're a little bit too strict on what they...
And they're doing that to protect their reputation.
Yeah.
It's the person who just is, you know, paying me to go review you, but I just do it one time, you know.
Right.
So it's,
Yeah.
I think it's, you know, it's a good thing in a sense because it helps protect
Yep.
from that.
And people could be fraudulent with it too.
Yeah.
Just create a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
We only have one for us.
Yeah, it does. So you'd want to know who's Yelpers, and we talked about this the other day in the marketing class. You know, there's businesses and restaurants that are having, there's a type of Yelper that's called an elite Yelper. So an elite Yelper is somebody that's got a certain number of friends and a certain number of reviews that they posted, and every single one of their reviews is automatically going to be non-filtered. It's going to go live, no matter what. Right. So what these restaurants are doing, and businesses that are really, you know, relying on Yelp, is they're having these Yelp parties, these Yelp elite reviewer parties. So if you're a Yelp elite reviewer, you get to get a bunch of free food, and, you know, so maybe become a, you know, elite reviewer, and you can get some free food in San Diego.